Welcome to the video series of my database management system. In this video, you will be learning about dependency preserving decomposition in database management system. Here you will be learning about how the dependencies of a given original table will be preserved even after the table is decomposed into two or more different tables. So I request you, please stay tuned till the end of this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share this video. Thank you. Dependency preserving decomposition in DBMS. What does it mean? As we know, every table in database management system will have functional dependencies. So whenever we are going to decompose the table, why we are going to decompose the table? To make the table into normal form. So whenever we are going to decompose a given table which is having functional dependencies, after decomposition of that table into two or more tables, the functional dependencies of original table should reflect in decomposed table as well. So this concept is all about that. So what is the aim of this concept? Dependencies of original table are preserved in decomposed table as well. It should be preserved. For example, if I have four functional dependencies in my original table, all the four functional dependencies should be there in my decomposed table as well. So if it is there, then it is going to hold good. So let's take this example. I have a table T and its functional dependencies are A to B, B to C. This table T is having four attributes A, B, C, D. This table T is having four attributes A, B, and C, D. And functional dependencies is given as A goes to B and B goes to C. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to find the closure of this particular functional dependencies. As we know, A goes to B, B goes to C. It means that it is hidden here. A goes to C is hidden. A goes to C is hidden. So for this purpose, I'm going to find the closure. So in closure, I can find A goes to C. Why I'm going to find the closure? Finding the closure will help me for finding candidate key, hidden dependencies, transitive dependencies which are available in a given table. So from the given table, I will be finding the closure of functional dependencies. So the moment I find the closure, I got this transitive dependencies from A to C. So let's see this. I'm going to decompose the given table. I'm going to decompose the given table. As we know in normalization, we are going to decompose the given table. So in a given table, I have four attributes A, B, C, D. So I'm going to decompose the table into two tables. Table T1, table T2. So T1, T2 are my two tables now. So each table is having certain attributes. So these attributes of table T, A, B, C, D is given to table T1 as AB, table T2 as CD. Now each table is having two attributes. As we are dividing the attributes into different tables, in the same way this given table is having functional dependency. So we have to give the functional dependencies as well. As we have given the attributes, we have to give the functional dependencies as well. So I have given the functional dependencies to each table as fd1. So t1 table will be having functional dependency 1, table t2 will be having functional dependency 2. So let's see how this will be. So what is our aim? Dependencies of original tables are preserved in decomposed table. So for this purpose, what I'm going to do here is, if I take the union of this fd1 and fd2, it should be equal to my original fd, that is original functional dependency. So I'm going to take the union of functional dependency 1 and functional dependency 2. If I take the union, I should get the original functional dependency of my original table. So this is my aim of dependency preserving decomposition in DBMS. This is the aim of this concept. Let's see the example of dependency preserving decomposition. It means whether after decomposition our dependencies are preserved or not. Let's see that with the help of an example. Let's consider a table R having four attributes A, B, C, D with functional dependencies. A goes to B, B goes to C, C goes to D, and D goes to B. So these are the functional dependencies of a table having four attributes A, B, C, D. So let's consider that this R table is decomposed into three more tables such as R1, R2, R3, having AB as an attribute of R1, R2 is having attributes BC, R3 is having attributes DB. So all the attributes of R is present in all these three tables. So if I take a union of all the attributes of decomposed tables, we will be equivalent to the attributes of the original table. So let's see how we can have the same thing with the functional dependencies. So as we know, whenever we are going to decompose a table, whenever we are going to decompose a table from original table to two or more tables, the functional dependency will also be there in decomposed table, and this will be divided into different tables. How it will be there, let's see. So as we know, the R table is divided into or decomposed into three tables: R1, R2, R3. Having R1 is having AB as attribute, R2 is having attribute as BC, R3 is having a attribute DB. So coming to R1, we can write the functional dependencies based upon the attributes of R1 as A goes to B and B goes to A. A goes to B and B goes to A. These are the two functional dependencies we can have in R1. So let's see this. Closure of B. Closure of B is A goes to B is there. A goes to B is there in given functional dependency of the R table. So that this is correct. Coming to next, B goes to A. So B goes to A, we have to find whether it is there or not. So for to find that, we have to find the closure of B. So to find the closure of B, as we can see B, okay, as we can see B is going to C, next C is going to D, next D is going to B. So it means that from B we cannot have A again, we cannot have A again. So it means that A is not depends on B, it means that A is not depends on B. So this dependency does not exist. So next we have the R2. So coming to R2 table, these are the two dependencies we can have. First is B goes to C, next C goes to B, next C goes to B. So B goes to C is clearly visible, we can see in the functional dependency given, right? It is there. Coming to C to B, coming C goes to B. To have this, first we need to find the closure of C. So let's see the closure of C. C goes to D and C is going to and D is going to B. So it means that C to B is there transitive. In terms of transitive dependency, C to B is available. C to B is available in terms of transitive dependency. What is transitive dependency? If C goes to D and D goes to B, we can write C goes to B. So this is available. So both of these are available in our functional dependency of R table, that is original table. Next is see the table R3 having two attributes DB. The functional dependencies we can have is B goes to D and D goes to B. First B goes to D, next D goes to B. So here we need to find the dependency or closure of B. Closure of D we have to find out. So here as we can see, D goes to B is there. D goes to B is there originally, we can see. Next B to D. Okay, whether D is depends on B or not, we have to find. As we can see on the screen, right? We have in the original dependencies or original table dependency, it's clearly there. So it means that this is also exist. B to D also exist in our functional dependencies. So these three tables, as we know, R1, R2, R3, R1 having functional dependency A to B, B to A, whereas B closure is CD. So it means that AB is correct, whereas BD dependence B2, B goes to A does not exist. Whereas in R2 having attributes BC, having functional dependency B to C, B goes to C and C goes to B. Here closure of C is D and B. So it means both are correct. Both functional dependencies of R2 are correct. In R3 we have the attributes BD, whereas dependencies as B goes to D and D goes to B. Here closure of D will be B. So it means both of these are correct. So we came to this particular dependencies based upon the given dependencies of the original table. So it means all these all these functional dependencies are correct. All these functional dependencies are correct. So this A to B, B to C, C to B, A goes to B, B goes to C, C goes to B, and B goes to D, D goes to B. So all these functional dependencies are correct. Now, as we know, the union of functional dependencies must be equal to the original functional dependencies. The original functional dependencies. This is the formula of dependency preserving decomposition formula. This is, it means the union of all the functional dependencies of decomposed table should be equal to the original functional dependencies of the table. So fd1 union is equals to fd2 is should be fd closure. So let's see this is a formula. So let's see the all the attributes, oh sorry, all the functional dependencies of r1, r2 and r3. I'm going to take the union of all these functional dependencies. So I got all the functional dependencies, I'm going to take the union. So what is a given functional dependency of a original table R? The original table R functional dependencies are A goes to B, B goes to C, C goes to D and D goes to B. So let's map this from the functional dependencies of R1, R2 and R3. So from R1, R2, R3, as we know, A goes to B is there in original table R. Next, B goes to C is also present in original table. Next, we have C goes to B and C goes to B. Okay, C goes to B. As we can see this closure, how we are having C goes to B and B goes to D. So this we have. So in this, how we are going to take this, how we are going to take the, it is in the form of transitive dependency, it is present. Transitive dependency, it is present. So C goes to D is also present in terms of transitive dependency in our decomposed table. So next we have D goes to B, D goes to B. It means the original table the original table functional dependencies are preserved in our decomposed tables as well. So hence all the dependencies of original table are preserved in decomposed table. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share my video. Thank you.